So I have to tell you guys a quick story. This morning I called my boss and I was like, hey, do I have to dress up today? Because it's my job. Some days I have to dress up, like dress really nice and professional, and other days I can just wear jeans or sweatpants or whatever. So I called him and I was like, hey, what are we doing today? Do I need to dress up or what's going on? And he's like, no, you don't need to dress up. That's fine. So I am wearing a sweatshirt, sweatpants, and then like Sperry's, like they're kind of Sperry's, but they're not. They look like that though. And a nice jacket, like my winter coat is a nice black winter coat. So I looked awful. I had like my makeup, not wearing any. I had my hair like this, just in a bun. It looks awful, right? But I thought that was fine because he told me I didn't have to dress up. So I showed up to work and he was dressed up. He's always dressed up. Like every single day he's dressed up. And so I didn't think anything of it. So we're doing our thing and I'm typing my stuff and everything. And he was like, oh, by the way, we have to go deliver stuff to the family. And I was like, are you kidding? So I thought that like I was going to help him like load this stuff and he was just going to go take care of it. And then he was like, hey, come on, let's go. And I was like, are you serious? So I helped him like unload stuff, and usually that's fine. Like usually I just unload stuff and then I go and wait in the car while he finishes the stuff with the family. But today was different. For some reason today he had me come along with him to do whatever it is he does, explain everything to the family. And I was like, are you serious? So I'm just standing there in this family's home, dressed like awful. I looked so bad, and they were probably like, who is this chick and why is she here? I felt so bad. My boss probably hates me, but that's his fault for telling me not to dress up, right? Because usually when he's like dressed up, then I actually do my hair and my makeup and all that kind of stuff. So if I get fired, I get fired, I guess. That's just my little story. On to the actual video. Hey guys, my name is Danielle, and today I'm going to talk about how unrealistic books are. I've read quite a few books. I love to read. I absolutely love it. And a lot of the times I get so pissed off because the things that happen in them are so unrealistic. And I understand, the ones that are about demons and the ones that are about ghosts and witchcraft or vampires or whatever. Like that whole like sci-fi group or like the whatever, that part of it is unrealistic. But I want to talk about the love part of it mainly. And I'm going to start off with no other than Nicholas Sparks' The Notebook. I have read a lot of Nicholas Sparks' books, and he's such a good author. He's very good at what he does, and I love his books. But when I was 16 and I read these books, I thought, I want to find a guy like that. Like Noah Calhoun, I was like, yes, I want to find a guy like that. But the thing is, they don't exist. If anybody has ever read a Nicholas Sparks book, every single book, and I mean every single one, the guy is perfect. Like the guy main character is perfect. He's always described as good looking. He is always, whatever. And he is always described as like the perfect guy. And it's always the girl who is the problem. It's always like when they first meet, it's always the girl is really reluctant, and the girl always kind of like turns him down. The girl's not always interested or whatever. And it's always the guy that is like super sweet, super nice, and doesn't push her and just like stays with her and all this kind of stuff until she's ready and whatever. Like just so perfect. Like emotionally, personality-wise, the guy is like always perfect. And whenever there's like a fight or something, it's always the girl. Like the girl misunderstands, or it's always the girl. Like for example, in the Notebook, Allie is the one who leaves. Like it's not her personal choice, but she leaves and then she forgets about him. And it's Noah who does every single thing he promised her he would do. And that's like, restoring the house, painting it a certain color, having the shutters a certain color, all that kind of stuff. Like, Allie was not part of his life anymore. And he still did absolutely everything that he promised her he would do. And then when she finds out about it, then they fall in love because they like rekindle their love because he's still the best thing ever. So when I was 16, I was like, that is so sweet, and I was so into it. But now that I'm 20 and I read these books and I understand that's not how it works. And it's like Disney, except the adult version. It's so much better, but anyway, it just puts these unrealistic expectations in your head. And then a second problem I have, there is a series that I read, and it's called The Chronicles of Nick, and the first one is, I think, Infinity, and then there's Invincible, and then Infamous, and these are such good books, and they are by Sherilyn Kenyon, and I very highly suggest you check them out because they are such good books. Anyway, what this book is about is this kid, Nick, Chronicles of Nick. Nick is a high schooler, and he is described in this book, okay? Like in every single book, several times, he is described as an absolutely gorgeous kid. Like, drop-dead gorgeous, okay? And he is the star of the football team, super, super good at football, super athletic, star of the football team of their school, and super smart. Like, he is the smartest kid in their whole entire school, and he's only a sophomore. Like, super smart, super athletic, and super hot. That is what he is described as, okay? What's unrealistic is he is the most unpopular kid in that school. And everybody beats him up, everybody bullies him, everybody makes fun of him. Like, he is the least popular. Like, everybody knows him. I guess it is, I wouldn't say least popular, because everybody knows him because everybody makes fun of him and bullies him. And he only has, like, 3 friends, and everybody else hates him, basically. And how is that unrealistic? Okay, at any school, if somebody is the star of their football team, they are not going to be beat up. They are not going to be made fun of. They're not going to be bullied. If they are the absolute best player on your football team, most likely they're going to be extremely popular. In my experience of high school, that's been the case. Another thing is, if he's really smart, I kind of understand. If you're like super smart, they'll probably be made fun of because high school students are idiots. But the extremely gorgeous thing, like, if he's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, boys might make fun of him, but girls are going to be attracted to him. If he's, like, as gorgeous as this book makes him seem, then the girls will be falling all over him. And, like, he's an absolute sweetheart, too, by the way. Like, seriously, if he were a real person, I would fall in love just with his personality because he is such a beautiful human being. Character. Such a beautiful character. But, all the girls, don't want anything to do with him. So, that is so unrealistic. That is so unrealistic. Because especially in high school, girls focus, people, not even girls, just people, focus mainly on their looks. And if this guy is star of the football team and super hot, there is no way that girls are, ignoring him and calling him names and, want nothing to do with him. If that were real, girls would be all over him. So, that is just one thing, another thing that is completely unrealistic. In another book, there's another book. Oh my goodness, in another book I'm reading, I don't have it with me, it's out in my car, but it's called Shade. No. Yeah, it's called Shade, or Shaded, or something. Anyway, in this, there is a boy and a girl, and this girl has, this boy likes this girl, okay? He just moved into town. He really likes her. They've been hanging out for however long, and he's fallen in love with her. And, they go out on their first date, and he flat out is like, hey, I'm falling for you. 17-year-old boys do not just walk out to a girl on their first date and, flat out tell them, hey, I'm falling in love with you. Even if it's true, they don't say it. They beat around the bush, or they, don't say it at all, and they wait forever and ever and ever until, they can't hold on anymore. But it's this guy just, came out because he was so confident that she liked him back, or he was just so, I don't know, he just wanted to tell her. So he just, told her right away. It's that never happens. I have, in my experience and all of my friends, everybody I know, that has never happened. So let me know what you guys think. First of all, let me know if you've read any of these books. Because if so, we can have, a little book study thing and talk about it. But, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys find that's unrealistic when you read? Or do you think that these things are realistic and I'm just being crazy? I don't know. Let me guys know. Let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later.